I promise you that once you go through the full awakening, your thirst for information is just insatiable. I mean, it is just, you want to know everything that there is to possibly know. And so that is part of what I try to do with my work, is to help guide people through that process of awakening. Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading. This is the Awakened Jen. All right, so today we're going to be using the Sacred Spirit reading cards. This is an oracle deck that gives us guidance for our spiritual path. We'll pull one card to see what we need to know right now for your spiritual path. And then we're going to use the Light Seers Tarot. We'll pull 3 cards to do a progression reading. It will be past, present, future. So it will tell me where you've been, where you're at, where you're headed, so that if we need to make a course correction, we can do that at this time. All right, so while I'm shuffling, I'm going to set some intentions for this reading. So the first intention is that anyone who comes across this message, there will be something in here for you. I set the intention that anyone who needs to hear the messages that come out in this reading will find it at the time that they need it most. I set the intention that all of the messages that come out are for our highest good. I set the intention that I will be given very clear messages, be given all the right words, everything needed in order to communicate as clearly and as effectively as possible so that the message can be received as it was intended. If you have not already, if you're new to the channel, welcome. If not, welcome back. If you have not already, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe. If you hit the bell for notifications, it will let you know as soon as I post a new video, and I do about 4 to 5 videos a week. All right. Sagittarius. All right, so deep breath. What does Sagittarius need to know right now for their spiritual path? Sagittarius. Dark Night of the Soul. All right. Deep breath. Past, present, future, Sagittarius, past. 7 of Pentacles, present. Nine of Swords. Joy and expansion. Okay, so just looking at these cards just right now, we've got Dark Night of the Soul, so that means it's a hard time. It is a usually devastating time in life. So in the past, we've got the 7 of Pentacles, so that means that you were putting a lot of work into something, and it had not paid off yet. And sometimes this card can mean that you're not sure, if the work that you're putting in is ever going to pay off. And so that's why we're sitting here right now with the 9 of Swords, which is extreme anxiety, sleepless nights, just obsession and worry. But we're moving to the Sun card, which is joy and expansion. And I did do a little bit of a channeled message before we started. I'll go ahead and read that. So what does Sagittarius need to know right now? Expansion. Sagittarius is being busted wide open right now for their spiritual path and purpose. New gifts are coming online, and soon new opportunities will be given to be able to anchor these gifts into our 3D lives. Okay. So I had already seen that expansion was the word that, had come out. And then this card right here is the expansion card, and that's 444. So this card is all about that, just being busted wide open, that it's talking about. So let's go ahead and read the oracle. Dark Night of the Soul. That's card number 11. Okay. Healing crisis. Life brings new meaning. The dark night of the soul is a deep-seated human experience that can be deeply traumatic, filled with sadness and melancholy. This is an incredibly trying time in the human experience, one filled with constant emotional turmoil, feelings of loss, instability, and darkness. Sometimes the most insignificant event can spiral an individual into a dark night experience. Like the straw that broke the camel's back, your soul has said enough is enough. It may seem as if the world may be ending, but just as the night turns into day, it is a cycle of renewal. Now you are becoming more aware of the ego and how it comes into play with your emotions, your physical drive and motivation, and how others interact with you. You may feel as though you are clouded in darkness, feeling emotionally broken and helpless in your life, feeling alone and isolated, that the world is broken and lost. This lonely, dark space can be difficult to navigate if you have only a limited support network of close friends or family. Know that at any time you can reach out and talk to someone to shift through these challenges. Right now, you may be experiencing feelings of deep depression, melancholy, and sadness, that a part of you has been lost to the world, never to be seen or heard from again. However, this is far from the truth. Nothing is ever truly lost. We just outgrow our surroundings, environment, and personal interest. Like the earth cycle of the night, it is always darkest just before the dawn. Know that you will be emerging soon with a new lease on life and greater understanding of who you are as an individual. View this time now as a purification of the senses and spirits. You must face hidden memories, concerns, or stories that are lying beneath the surface as you wish to emerge enlightened, forever transformed by your experience. Stop and surrender to the universe. Shadow aspect. Refusal to accept change, passive-aggressive, fighting for control. Angel assistance, Archangel Raguel, conflict resolution and inner harmony. Affirmation, I accept and create positive actions through the cycle of change. Okay, so you are going through something very heavy right now, and likely have been in a state of depression. Just extreme, like I said, this is extreme anxiety, but the dark night of the soul, that is it's just feeling like there's no hope. And you can go through more than one dark night in your life, but they typically come just before, an awakening of sorts. And so for me, I did go through, I've been through more than one, but I did go through a pretty extreme dark night. It was 2021. Yeah, it was a couple of years ago in 2021. And I went through 3 days. I just could not get out of bed. I was crying nonstop. And, I did call it depression. I even went to my doctor and upped my medicine for the depression. And I just felt like all the efforts that I had been putting, just everything was just hopeless, just hopeless. It's the only word I know to use. In that moment, I made a choice to work on self-love. In that moment of just extreme, sadness and despair and hopelessness, I knew that my only path forward was to work on me, was to work on healing me, to work on loving me, to work on just me, getting me okay. And that is the path. When God brings you down to the bottom, that is your opportunity to meet with yourself, to relearn yourself, to really try to start fresh. So just see it as, I know that like when you're there, like it's hard to have the hope. But see this as just, it is part of the process. It is leading you ahead. And I mean, you've just got to focus yourself back on you and start working on you and the healing. So the Seven of Pentacles. A pause, states of gratitude, reflecting on your journey, waiting to harvest the fruits of your labor, a sign to keep going. You're almost there. You've been doing the work and your wildly successful roots are growing. You may not see the fruits of your labor yet. Know that they exist and that any lack that you are feeling is simply residual energy that's being worked through. It's time to fall into faith and to pause and give thanks. Realize that you are the living, breathing result of all your memories, hopes, and hard work. Keep going. This moment gives you a divine interlude to revisit your purpose and direction. Your arrival is possible only after you pinpoint the destination. Has your journey shifted so much that what you originally germinated is not the thing that you desire to harvest? What needs to change to satisfy your deepest intentions? If you are feeling any frustration or lack of progress, remember that giant dreams are not built in a day. Take a moment to breathe and reflect as these profound sacred breaths can reinvigorate and realign. As I give thanks for what I am about to harvest, I know that my life is headed in the right direction. So also as part of this, the realization going through the dark night of the soul is sometimes that you were on the wrong path. Sometimes realizing that all the things that you've been working towards were taking you in the wrong direction. So sometimes it is just kind of accepting, okay, this path is not leading me where I want to go. You have to just be willing to, just count the loss, count for whatever is lost so that you can move forward to where you are wanting to get to. So the Nine of Swords, nightmares, worry, feelings of depression or anxiety, insomnia, fear, an opportunity to find courage, a time to focus on safety and the things that are going well in your life. What's keeping you up at night? This card suggests a time in your life when negative thoughts are gaining momentum and when you may find yourself expending too much energy worrying about the future. Perception is everything, so don't allow negative self-talk to trip you up. If a pessimistic mindset spirals wildly out of control, it can lead to anxiety, stress, or depression, even when your thoughts carry no truth. Are you imagining the worst instead of activating the best? Flip your perspective and send nurturing, loving thoughts to your situation to overcome any disturbing thoughts. Look to the light in your situation and notice that even the tiniest window of brightness can keep fear at bay. Use your light to expose the illusions and allow worries to dissipate and soften as your bad dreams are illuminated for what they really are. I see my fears as the illusions that they are. Okay, so a lot of our fears are made up by our own minds. Like a lot of the things that we sit and stress about are never actually going to come to pass. I've had it happen many times. I do it. I know that I do it. And so, when you start letting those thoughts start taking you over and taking you to those places of just the depth of despair and, just fear, how is that helping you? If you're not finding actual clarity, if you're not finding solutions, then it's just pushing you deeper into that hole. So the only time that you should be sitting there, spending any of your time really focused on the issues that are keeping you down is when you're trying to find your way out of it. Not when you're just wanting to tell yourself about how bad the situation is. It's only when you're ready to take the steps and let's see, how do I get out of this space? What have I done? What got me here? What choices did I make that got me here? Because even if you didn't choose to go into, okay, if you ended up in a toxic relationship, maybe like a toxic work situation, you made the best choice that you could at the time that, you started that job. From everything that you knew going into it, it looked like it was going to be a good situation for you. You could not have known until you were in it how you were actually going to interact with the other people, and if it was going to really be in alignment with what it is that you need for your life. So don't shame yourself if once you've gotten into this place, if now then you realize, oh, okay, now you have more information. Now you, as far as being on the outside of the job, now you're on the inside of the job and you see how it really is. Versus here, you could only kind of imagine what you thought that the job was going to be like. But once you're in it, now you have the full clarity and the information to be able to know whether or not this really was what you wanted. It's okay to redirect once you realize that this is not the path that I want to be on. And so instead of spending all of your time just, I've got myself into this mess and I don't know how to get out of it, just meditate on finding the answer. Meditate on the answer. And so what do I need to do? Who do I need to be? Who do I need to talk to? What do I need to learn to help me move out of this space to get me to where it is that I want to go? And so I always say the first place to start is getting really clear about what it is that you're wanting to build for your life. What kind of life do you really want for yourself? And what things do you not want to be a part of your life? And so once you get really clear about those things, it gets a lot easier to know when opportunities show up, is this something that aligns with the life that I have, decided that I'm trying to build? Or if it doesn't, you know it right then, so you can shut it down right there. And then just put the request out there, whatever clarity it is that you're needing. Put the request out there and then sit in silence, sit in meditation. When you're in the shower, just meditate on the answer. Let the answer come to you. Don't rush it. Don't rush. Don't stress. Just because the more that you're stressing and staying in here, the answer is not coming through this. This is how you got in your situation. So we're going to let the answer come to us, from our intuition. We're going to let God kind of guide us to the path, reveal to us what he wants us to know as he wants us to know it. All right, so we're moving to the sun. The sun is joy, inspirational success, abundance and fulfillment, exuberant creativity, positivity, love, manifesting dreams, inner beauty, a yes card. The sun breathes life into everything he touches. Radiating brightly, he creates a path of love and harmonic abundance. This is a card of joyful celebration and a vibrant sign of positivity and success. Expect to find bliss and be ready to take inspired action based on radical positivity and generosity. Allow others to bask in the warm glow of your beaming heart and your inspired mind. People will feel drawn to you when the sun card arrives. Live it up. This card is a reassuring sign that things are unfolding beautifully. You are perfect, whole, and loved by the cosmos, and it may be time to deal with any feelings of inadequacy or not enoughness in order to find your shiny confidence. The sun is on its way to illuminate the corners of your heart and to set your world ablaze with opportunity and inspiration. I am whole, I am more than enough, and I shine like the sun when I am happy. So, like, joy and expansion are coming. So the dark night does end. It ends with the sun coming in. So you don't have to worry. It doesn't last forever, and it does end on a positive place. Let's get some more information. Give me some information about the sun. Okay. Oh, these are great. Okay, so a lot of cards actually came out for that. We've got the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess. So this is your heart chakra opening, and this is your intuition. So this is, an awakening. We've got the Death and Rebirth, which is about transformation, and a spiritual awakening is complete transformation. We have the Knight of Wands, which is, let me see what it says on her. Knight of Wands. This is charisma, passion, spontaneity, pursuing your dreams, fast energy, enthusiasm, courage, taking inspired action, the pursuit of adventure. In the pursuit of the imagined, I manifest this fire with the infectious feelings of inspiration. And then the Page of Swords. Restless energy, curiosity, a thirst for information, learning new things, an apprentice or a student, intellectual pursuits, ideas, and reasoning, a messenger. So I promise you that once you go through the full awakening, your thirst for information is just insatiable. I mean, it is just, you want to know everything that there is to possibly know. And so that is part of what I try to do with my work, is to help guide people through that process of awakening, because I didn't have anybody to help me. You know, I had to seek it out. And thankfully there were people out there who had been before me that had helped to, show the path. So that's what I'm trying to do now, is like anybody who's coming behind me, I'm shining the light to show them the way. This is the path. This is the way. This is what's happening. So that's what I'm seeing, is just full awakening and expansion coming. What can you do right now to help overcome this anxiety? Okay, so we've got the Eight of Swords, which is about removing yourself from your own prisons, your own self-imposed prisons. So removing yourself from the stories that you've told yourself and seeing things for how they really are. We've got the Five of Cups, which is about grieving. So again, this is the disillusionment. This is seeing things for what it really was, not and accepting it for that, and just, okay, this didn't work, and letting it go. And then this again is the Six of Swords, is about moving on from that past trauma, the pain and trauma. All right. I think I'm going to stop it there, and we are going to go deeper in the extended. So in the extended, I'm going to pull this out to the 9-card spread. The 9-card spread will give us more information about a potential relationship, because right now I'm not seeing anything about any relationships. This is literally just about, it looks like a spiritual awakening that is happening. So we've got Leo, Scorpio, I think is... Yep, Scorpio. Cancer. And that is it for that. We've got Sun, Moon, Sun, Moon, and Mars. Okay. All right, so we will go deeper in the extended, and we'll pull information about Leo, Scorpio, and Cancer, and just see how they are related to you. That could be the sign of a specific person that you're in relationship with, or it could just be somebody that's hanging out in your energy that you need some information or guidance about how to deal with. So we'll look deeper in that in the extended. We'll pull this out to a bigger, spread, get more information, and guidance for you. And so if you would like to keep going with me, that link is down in the description box. I also have a link for Jen's 333 Collective, That is a monthly subscription that gives you access to all of the extendeds as soon as they post. And then there's a link down in the description if you would like to do a personal reading. So there's a lot going on down there if you would like to check it out. If you haven't already, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to this channel, hit the bell for notifications. I do 4 to 5 videos a week. I do the zodiac readings, but I also do twin flame, ancestor message, angel messages, spiritual path, and then I use my oracle decks to do different readings too. So I have a lot of other things. So like I said, hit the bell and it will let you know as soon as I post new videos. And if you have not already, I would appreciate it if you would, if you found it helpful, I would appreciate it if you would like, comment, and share, because that helps more people be able to see the messages. All right. Hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. If you're going to continue with me for the extended, grab the link below. All right. Bye, guys.